Yo, what's up, everyone?
Car guys and car gals, welcome to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. We are so excited. This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is 5Liner, the subprime hero.
And we are brewing solutions tonight, enjoying some of the upgrades, and we are pumped up to talk to an incredible solutionary that is always selling cars like candy bars. We are so pumped up to say that. But he basically owns it. And we're so pumped to have him in the cafe tonight. So do us a favor and tag a car guy, tag a car gal. Go ahead and reach out to a solutionary that you know needs to hear how to upgrade on what it is that they're doing in their business today. Are you excited?
Dude, I've been excited all week about this ever since I got a chance to book this whole interview. Now, what we're getting ready to do is just have a lot of fun. We're East Coast all the way to the West Coast, right?
West Coast.
Man, I'm pumped up about this. Selling cars like candy bars. Folks, I know y'all wish that you guys coined this, and he did it, and he took it, and he's taking it to the next level with this whole thing, folks. Everything from the logo to the lifestyle. So let's get this thing going. Back. I hope that got you pumped up. I love that music. So much fun to hear that, see everybody out there doing the Forgive, Focus, Fly. Man, I can't wait to do that here in a moment. I got it right here underneath my jacket right now.
We're about to make it do what it do, car guys and car gals. We have an incredible individual that I can't wait to just get back into the conversation here with us. We are so destined to be able to get together and see what the future looks like when actual people that want to make a difference inside of an industry get together trying to brew solutions for many, many, many others. And we're just so thankful, so honored. I mean, I'm almost starstruck.
I'm actually very starstruck right now. This is so cool.
I'm pumped up to bring him in here. My man, Mr. John Resurreccion. Welcome to the Hey, what's up? Car guys, car gals, check it out. A solutionary is in the building. Welcome, brother.
Hey, I don't know how y'all do it, man, but you see up here, I'm dressed up, but from down here, I'm in my pajamas already.
That's right. Well, the way that we do it is by drinking car guy coffee. Get some.
You know what's up, man. We stay caffeinated, bro. That's right. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that everything is just staying caffeinated, staying upbeat, man. We like to have fun. We appreciate you. I know this is a family day for most people, and these hours can be very precious to take away from somebody. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So we're not going to take away your fun. We're going to make sure that you have fun. So we have this 5-liner we love to do. Before we do it, we like to do our ritual, man. It's our 3 F's. I'm going to let Lou go ahead and break this down for you.
This is the message that we want to make sure is grasped no matter where it is that we go. The great thing about the individual that we have on the line with us right now is somebody that helps to take the message that somebody else has and make it project out so that the success that they're looking for shows up. He is a good seed sower, and inside of that, he actually sees things come back to life. His name, it says Resurreccion, and he helps to take what might be dead, inject a little bit of positivity, maybe put a Snickers in you because your attitude's out of line.
That's right.
Put a little bit of solutionary serum into the mix, maybe even get a little bit nutty, and make sure the commodity of selling cars becomes so easy and sweet that it's like eating candy bars. What? My man, John Resurreccion, and I'm excited that he gets to accompany a good cup of Car Guy coffee with my man, subprime hero.
That's right.
Before we get too far, I want to make sure that we all know how we got here today, and that's by applying 3 F's this way. Forgive, focus, and flying, so we can keep growing every day. Right?
You know what's up, bro.
So join us, John Resurreccion. Here we go. In the cafe on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Focus. Why? And keep growing. Keep growing. Keep growing. Keep growing. Yeah. Welcome welcome. Well, brother. Get it. We ain't stopping. So before we get this 5-liner going, I want to make sure that everybody knows who it is that we're talking to. I went ahead and took a little bit of your stuff to put out there for you, just so that we can recap the incredibleness and the journey that you had getting to where it is that we are today. So thankful that you're in the cafe. We got some message from our sponsors coming at you soon. But first, let's get these people that are trying to brew solutions knowing a little bit about you.
Let's do a quick recap of what 2020 looked like with selling cars like Roll it.
Look at you. Every time you look at it, I mean, I know that you've seen it from beginning to the end, but what does that feel like to see all of that together for the last year?
You know, it's always good to see, you know, when your work is replayed. I mean, for me, you know, when you put that many hours throughout a whole year and you see it come to fruition and you see people actually gravitating towards it and understanding what the real message is, you know, I mean, selling cars like candy bar isn't anything new as far as the slogan is concerned, right? But I think it's the message that I'm trying to bring to everyone. It's just like what you guys are talking about. It's about growing. It's about trying to get better. It's trying to give back to everyone else. You know, I've been in the game for a very long time, but to see stuff like that, to see you guys appreciate it and some other people appreciate it, it really, really means a lot. I actually, anytime anyone hits me up and says, yo, I appreciate what you do, it really means a lot to me, because this is why we do what we do. You know what I mean? To really give back. And I love the platform that you guys are at, and hopefully the platform that I provide for everyone as well is something that they appreciate as well. So I appreciate that. That was dope. Fire.
Dude, your stuff is fire, bro. And I'm going to tell you, when I said earlier, like, you know, selling cars like candy bars, you took it to the next level, and you did, man. And you made it a culture, man. And I love that. It's something that I always love saying. It was a saying, but you made it a culture. And that's beautiful, man. And I can't wait to talk about this some more. This is so amazing. That video dude, seriously, that video was I love it, man. Isn't that great? It's like a little journal of yourself for the last year, talking about what you're passionate about, man. You know, wow, that's so dope. Perfect song in the background too. I loved it.
Appreciate
it. I was over here like just jamming all the time.
Yeah, it was a fun ride. I mean, when looking at it the first time, I was like, man, that's a great journey, and you can feel the heart inside of it. And even just sitting right here watching you backstage, right, and just sitting, you enjoy that because. This is dreams come true, folks. We're trying to find a way to express ourselves the best way that we can in whatever niche or industry we have access to. And that's kind of our responsibility for being alive today. Live to the fullest. You know what I mean? And I'm just so thankful that we have you in here. And again, we wouldn't be where we are right now if we didn't have incredible people to build relationships with. And so we're going to talk about our incredible sponsors real quick and talk about how we are actually upgraded by them, by the first people who believed inside of us and teamed up with us as those that wanted to partner to get a message out there. They find a way to help you out. Our friends over at Think Ad. If you need information about Think Ad Group, you can go ahead and go to thinkadgroup.com. Check them out because they are some incredible solutionaries that are doing some big things. And I am loving the stuff that's coming out of the think tank with all the incredible people out there. And that's, I mean, kind of, again.
You'll probably be reached out to about the think tank, John.
You will. You need to be a guest.
Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that hand out. It's an amazing Thursday night thing, man, and it's fun. A lot of great.
I'm always down for whatever.
You would be a phenomenal celebrity guest for that. We'll talk about that some more here in a moment. But
okay. Really quick before we keep going. How long have you guys been doing this? It hasn't been that long.
No,
right?
It'll be a year and 3 days. So on the Wednesday of this week, it'll be 1 year.
Yes.
Okay. You know, for anyone that's watching right now, I really want to say before we go forward, I'm extremely proud of what you guys have built. You know, and genuinely saying that, you know, when you guys when sponsors and people are coming in to support you guys, that's just a true testament of what you guys are actually doing. So I want to really give you guys a big shout out on that. And I'm going to build some content based on you guys just in general, just because it's stuff like this that I don't want to say everyone can do, but everyone can do it, right?
Yes.
It's just a matter of putting in the hours, putting in the time. You know, you guys are up at 11:30 at night, you know what I mean, on the East Coast. I'm originally from the East Coast, so it's, you know, it's tough, right? But and if you have families, it's even tougher, right? Right now, my 1-year-old, right, my wife's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I got to do my podcast." Okay, go ahead, have fun. You know what I mean? Like that's a big sacrifice. So I give big ups to you guys. I'm proud of you to see what you guys have built, and I did see the upgrades. I'm looking at all the things you guys got over there. And I'm like, okay,
we're having fun. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
They
Gotta
believe
give
in
them
the
love.
message.
It's just about that, you know. And we've done is not sponsor. We've partnered, and we've become.
Right.
We've made it a culture, like you said. You got the selling cars like candy bars is a culture, and just like for us, you know, Car Guy Coffee, Brewin Solutions, it's a culture, and these people that we've partnered up with, that have teamed up with us to share messages out there together, to talk about growth and talk about being better than you were yesterday, talking about being uncomfortable, talking about doing videos and doing things that other people aren't doing, talking about being the most important, consistent. And, you know, and that's something that you kill. You're consistent as all out. And I love being consistent. I think that's the one thing that I've added into my brew when I pour into my cup. The one thing that's helped me make my brew stronger and help make my brew, you know, important and fun in anything, just because I can make it consistent. I do it every single day. I do it for the love of the business. I do it for the love of people like you. I do it because I'm encouraged by people like you. So I'm so honored to have you here today. I really am. So thank you for the kind words, man. I'm really, really just like pumped up right now.
And again, I'm really, I said it before you came on, we might be a little starstruck. You know what I mean? You've been watching. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you know, you're for real. But welcome to the cafe. We have so much more that we want to share, so many upgrades inside of our sponsorship, video content, and more that's going to come through the show. But let's get this 5-liner on.
Let's do it, dude.
Get it on, baby.
We already had a bonus question dropped in there, folks. So I'm excited for you guys to get the full 5-liner. And we already got some great content we can have fun with down the road. I'm excited about it. But let's go ahead and get this 5-liner.
Let's do it, man. So 5 questions that I love to answer my guests. And the very first one, that's right. The very first one is always the exact same question. It's your why. What is your purpose? What gets you motivated every single day?
Stop.
Okay, good. So what gets you motivated every single day as you keep going, right? So, like, when you get out of bed, I know there's something that makes you say, I'm going to do this while you're doing this podcast right now, even so. What motivates you?
You know, my why is always consistent. It's always trying to do something. It's always just trying to give back to other people. You know, I've been fortunate to have some amazing mentors. I come from a very strong. Well, before that, I have a father and dad, a father and a mother, 3 older brothers, and they've always given back to me. Always, try to teach me lessons. And as I got into the more professional world, I've had a lot of great mentors, man. And with having mentors in your life, it has actually helped me a lot. It's actually helped me understand that it's just not about you. It's about everyone else. And then not only that, it's for me, I have 5 kids. So my biggest why is when I first started this journey, it was more of what kind of legacy do I want to leave for them? And if I were to go today or the next day, are they able to go back and look at the things that I was doing and see what genuinely I was trying to do? And that was trying to make something better than where I last saw it. So that's really the biggest why for me. I love what I do. It was never about the money for me. I've actually turned down a lot of jobs when it came down to money, only because I didn't have that true. It didn't translate well for me, because with all the money, there's a lot of responsibility behind it, and sometimes it's not aligned with what your vision is. So for me, the biggest why is for the kids. Giving back, understanding all the mentors that helped me along the way, and it's just helping others get better, and then having people find their true potential. That's really what it comes down to. I do that with my kids every day, and hopefully I could do that with people that follow me, and hopefully they get something out of it. And if they do, the messages that I love the most, it's not so much a deal. It's more of a, hey, John, thanks for allowing, helping me get through this or getting me to this next level. That stuff is just, that gives me chills every single time. It's one of those things where it's like, and for me, I don't even ask for anything. I'm just giving, just give it, I don't even expect anything. It's just, this is just my journey, and I hope everyone's here for the ride. That's what it comes down to. Enjoy the ride. That's it.
Yes. Because you're never going to have another one like this. This is one of those. It's your one time you get to do all this right here on this planet. Have fun with it. It's very short time compared to how long your spirit lives. And how long that goes on. But when you're talking about living in this body, it's a short time. Live that. Do the things that you always wanted to do. Say the stuff that you want to say. Be you, right? And you do it very well. And what you're doing, I put this up here, legacy and growth, when you're talking about your children and showing them about how mentorship works, how this works, and being able to show them how growth is important. I think that's amazing, and I think that's one of, Lou and I will both say when you go back to our very first episode when we interviewed ourselves, and I said very similar answer, and it's the same way for me. There's so many reasons why I have whys, but when it really gets down to this is the one that I need to make me focus. It's my son and my wife. It's them. I want to make sure they know that I'm doing me, and I'm going to do them. I'm going to make sure they're taken care of, right? So they know that I'm trying to do it not just for selfish reasons. I'm trying to do it because it's the best thing. It's the best thing in the world to help people. And like you said, when you're helping somebody in a car deal, and at the end, it's not like thanks for buying a car. It's they're like, thank you for helping me, for making this easy on me, making this the best ever situation I've ever had buying a car. I can't believe it was that easy,
Oh, yeah.
And that's what that whole selling cars like candy bars culture is, and I love that.
Absolutely.
So, and kudos to you for that, and I love that. It's a great answer. I mean, it's a great way to motivate, and I see that common in a lot of people who are successful and stay successful.
Yeah.
5 kids. Congratulations.
We got you tied. You got us tied.
Yeah, combined. Yeah, he has 4. He has 4, though.
It's our teams over here, right? I mean,
I got my basketball crew. Ready to go.
It's a perfect 10. Together, we're a perfect 10. A candy bar and the drink. Come on. Give it to me, folks. Oh, come on.
Candy bar with your coffee ain't nothing better.
Who knew?
Hey.
Woulda knew. One thing about it is
got
that
the Snickers little thing I can throw in there, right?
I mean, it makes me feel elite. Speaking of feeling elite,
no doubt.
I feel elite. Partners, we are so thankful to be teamed up with incredible people that from within make you feel elite. And that's something that is part of leaving that legacy. You make sure that your children and your children's children make sure that they have a mentality that doesn't mean that because they are elite, they are above somebody, but because they are elite, they are actually the best version of themselves that they can be. Okay? Every single Snickers that makes it to a actual candy stand goes through a rigorous process to make sure that it has a consistent flow to it. Okay? Just like each and every vehicle that makes it to your lot, when that vehicle gets there, it needs to get unwrapped just like a candy bar and be perfect in its assembly and its consistency of what that brand represents. So the correlation of the commodities is something that we all can understand is important, and the presentation is key.
I love it.
And feeling elite what it is that we do.
Drop that mic.
There is so much that is just exciting when I mean, this is really how I feel. There's nothing that I can say deeper than what it is that I'm feeling and thinking at the moment, because one, I'm just in honor that we're in a conversation with you, man. Really, it would take a big conference. It would take us making a lot of logistics have to happen to make these things occur. And this has been the great value and treasure of the time that we've had, is everybody's had to go digital if you want to talk to somebody outside of your house. So now that we've done it and we finally made the whirlwind come around, and we're meeting each other. So I'm passionate and pumped up about it. And it's making me really want to consider and make sure that other people know that your appearance out there is important too inside of your digital presence. Yep. Just showing up is 100% key. That is first and foremost. Show up digitally. You know what I mean? Put a presence out there. It doesn't have to be perfect yet. You know what I mean? Your logo is pristine and fabulous. You know what I mean? And it's crisp and it makes sense. Ours, we put in the same effort. But ultimately, get out there, right? I mean, how do you feel about that? This is just another bonus.
No, but that's what it comes down to. I think it's, the biggest thing is just hitting the red button and just go. You know what I mean? I did a post on it. It was a Throwback Thursday. I did it a couple of months ago. I reposted my first video ever. My first video ever. I try to be the Gary V. You know what I mean? The motivator. I try to teach some life lessons. My first video, I was like, and then I watched it. I said, "Oh my God, what is this?" it was bad. It was so bad. But I show that video only because they see me now, right? They see you guys now. They're thinking, oh, these guys are super polished. I can never do what they're doing. I can never, I got to get all these things. I got to get the mics. I got to get the Rode mics, and I got to get all these cool things. I need to know how to do all the graphics. You don't need any of that. I started with my cell phone on the back of a Kia Sorento. I was a car guy at the time. I was just telling people what I was doing. And next thing you know, I just kept going with it. And then now it's this, So it can happen, right? It's just, I think the problem is everyone's so hard on themselves, right? They think that it has to be perfect. There is no perfect in this game, right? Even to this day, I'm not perfect. I still have to grow. I'm still learning new things. I'm still learning how to edit and do, some graphics that I want to do. There's something always to learn, but you will never get to know what to learn if you never do it. So, I've pushed a couple of guys. You don't even have to post it. Just record yourself, fool. Just do it.
I remember that post, man, and remember, and here's the thing, and that's those words that he's saying, folks. If you're not listening to this, you're crazy, because it's so true, man. If you're out there watching this show right now and you're going, man, I wish I could do what John's doing. I wish I could do what Fred's doing and Lou's doing. You can. And it did. It all started with that video. And I can go back and look at my first video and laugh at myself, but I did it.
Yeah.
Right? And then what gets crazy, folks, is you start to go get a little braver, and you say, I'm going to just post it all live. And I just do it live now. I'm like, you know what? Do it live. Who cares? And that helped me get strong with it. Like, you know what? You don't worry about the imperfections. You don't worry about how good this is, how your hair looks, how your shirt looks. You're just like, I'm just going to do it. And, I think for me, it took a lot of pressure off to where I was just like, go for it. And I know that, what you're preaching is exactly that. And it really is the truth. And I can be a testament to what you're saying right there. I've only social media. I've only been on social media for 1 year, folks. 1 year.
Uno año.
That's it. Yeah. And I'm just showing you there's a way to this game. Ooh, I got cramp in my leg.
Playing some basketball earlier, bro. You know how that goes. You play ball.
I'm in the 40. We get them touch the toes.
Hey, don't hurt it. Hey.
Charlie Horse. So, yes. What? See, this is real. This is what I'm talking about, folks.
This is real life.
Stuff like this happens in real life.
It does.
What's that? IRL. That's how y'all say it on the internet, right? So, this is happening. I've got to
sometimes
in the middle of an interview.
The simple truth. The simple truth is that you just need to hydrate, and you need to be brewing with good quality H2O.
But no, I wish they were our sponsor.
Some of that.
Pay us. But hey, listen, it's truth. It's truth, though, guys. I'm telling you, it's just you build a confidence with it. I don't worry about how many likes I have, how many shares I have. None of that doesn't matter. It's the fact that I'm doing it. I made a commitment, and when I made that commitment, it's huge. And when people see that, we have seen people come out and try to do something similar to what we're doing before and after us. I'm not saying they're copying us or anything like that. I'm saying people are doing this. This is a huge market out there for the car business, right? But I've seen people do it and stop. People do it for like 4 episodes. They do it for 3 months, stop, because it's work. You know what I'm talking about, John. This is hard goddamn work, right? But it's okay. It is, but it's great.
It is so.
And you have to, like you said, you have to love what you're doing. And you love what you're doing.
Absolutely.
If you don't love it, what's the point? But I love what I do. You love what you do.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it fun.
I think the biggest thing, and I think a great point that what you made was that, you didn't even look at the likes, the views, the comments, nothing. The reality of the game is, the second that you start doing that, you lose. You already lost. If you're looking at the views, the comments, the likes, you already lost, because then your motives, it's not there, right? It's not the right motive. When I started it wasn't really to be famous. I wasn't trying to be big. I wasn't trying to do anything. My wife gave me, can we cuss in this thing? My wife gave me shit for doing so many videos at one point in time. She was like, "Why do you keep doing this? This is dumb. Why are you up till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning editing videos? Why are you doing this? Go to work, make money, do your thing, sell cars, John, like candy bars, right? That's stuff,
You sound like my wife.
And I get it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where, it's one of those things where, it wasn't until, after a while when I started getting some pretty crazy phone calls. When I started, I think it was 2019, I started traveling a lot more. Where, I went to Jason Harris's thing out in Toronto, Canada. He flew me out there. That was dope. El Patron out there in New York. I went to his Game Changer event. But the biggest one, this blew my mind when Michelin called me. And they said, "Hey, we've been seeing what you do. This is crazy. We usually have," I think the last guest speaker that they had that talked to the whole North America sales team, I think it was I did it twice for them. One was in Washington, D.C., where I'm originally from, so that was dope. I got to go home, see my family, see a couple of my friends. That one was about 2,500 people, all salespeople, some from Canada in that region. And then they flew me out, I believe, 2 weeks after that to Nashville, Tennessee. That was fire. And that one was about another 25. So it was about 5,000 people total between two talks. But, when I was talking to them, I started laughing. I says, don't you guys normally have, I think the last speaker they had last year, or 2018, he was the owner of the Carolina Panthers. That's who that spoke at this thing, right? And so I talked to the guy that booked me. I said,
like candy bars.
Yeah, well, it's crazy. He said there was one post that you did, and it was just about not caring about anything else, and what people think of you. You just do what you do, and it just, when he was explaining it to me, I was like, "You got to be shit." I showed that shit to my wife real quick. I said, "You see that?
Yes.
You see it?
I told you. This is why I do this video.
This is Michelin. This ain't Yokoyama tires. This ain't Toyo tires. This is Michelin."
This ain't
Michelin be ranking restaurants, right? Like, I said, "You know what Michelin stars are, right, babe?" And she's like, "Yeah, I get it." But after that event, and it took. There was a lot of, I'm gonna be real. There was a lot of arguments, a lot of fights, a lot of disagreements. You know what I mean? And the wife wasn't going for it. She just wasn't going for it. Then she started seeing some movement, and she was like, "Okay, do you, boo-boo. You do you."